What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in. Today is a shorter update than the last video that I put out. However, it is no less important than the last video I put out. The only difference is the last video I put out, I was off of work, so I was able to be here at the property while the excavation team was doing their excavating. And this video update, I was not able to be here, so I just have less footage. If you did miss last week's video, basically the excavators came out and they stripped all the topsoil for where my house was. Actually, they stripped all my topsoil in general. Put up the silt fence, dug out all the stumps. Basically their job is to get this site and this construction site prepped and ready for the home builder to come here and start building. If you missed that video, I will link it in the description below. It'll also be up here in the top corner. You can click on and check out that video. However, this video update is basically, hey, we now have a driveway. The excavation team came out, they put in our construction driveway. And what this does, this allows the home builders to come out and get cement trucks and stuff like that onto the property into where the house is going to be built. So that way we can get our foundation dug and built and poured, and so they can start getting semi trucks back here to bring in lumber and stuff for framing. Let me show you what they did. All right, now when you go onto my property from the road, we have a 15-foot wide by 110-foot long driveway, and it is for the most part built up to proper grade. Now what you'll notice is, well, here, let me get over that way real quick. What you will notice is it's built up to grade. So basically you're going to come in my driveway and boom, the garage is going to be right here. So, and like I said, they had to build it up to grade. Look at all the rock on this property. This entire property is nothing but rock, which is kind of concerning. But it's built up to grade, and actually I'm going to go stand on there so you can actually see the grade. All right, so I think you can see it a little bit better back here. You can see now the driveway comes in and is basically somewhat level. You can see where it's going to come into the house. And like I said, that's kind of the update. But the exciting thing is that we now have a driveway that we could drive on, and that's going to continue to get bigger and better once the house project starts to come along. But that's not the only thing that they did. They also had to build this massive swell, and all this does is basically protect the foundation and stuff like that from runoff and any kind of crazy water. It didn't actually need to be 8 foot wide. However, I have so much rock in here, that's like when they started digging with like a 2-foot bucket, it was just picking up so much. So it ended up being super, super wide. And you can see so far it is doing its job. We actually have running water that's kind of going off that way and exiting the property versus going into where the actual house is going to be built. So, the team came in, they did the driveway, they dug this swell. And then one thing you'll notice is my container and everything, my trailers, all my crap, like the dozer and stuff, it was all right here, and it obviously had to be moved. And at least for the time being, we just had to palletize a bunch of stuff, park it there. The old dozer's over here for the time being. My shipping container that I store my tractor and stuff in is going to be over here at this point. And same thing, like all my implements and everything, we just had to move it for the time being. I already came up with a plan to basically move all this stuff down into the woods. I found a really nice place to put everything back that way. I do got to clear a few trees and stuff like that. We'll do a video series kind of like on that here at some point. However, like I said, the big thing is here, we have ourselves a driveway. So at this point, the excavation team is actually done with everything that they have to do. So at this point, we're just waiting on permits and stuff like that. And I'm waiting on the home builder themselves to be able to schedule me at a time. So that way they can start digging my foundation, putting in a footer and all that fun stuff. So honestly, I'm not sure when the next home content site visit thing, update is going to be, because it might be a month or two before they actually get out here and start doing more work. I will still be coming out here to do some work when I can. Like I said, I got a big project to move all this stuff. I still got to take down these 2 dead trees over here where the house is going to be. Like, I still have stuff to do, but I'm not sure when the actual next house update is going to be. Now, I know, like, in real time tomorrow, my wife and I, we get to go to OC Plus and start picking out cabinetry and kitchen stuff, and we'll be doing stuff like that. But like, that's nothing I'm going to film and bring you guys along with. So either way, house content might stop for a little bit, but I actually have some truck content coming, because it's believe it or not, it's snowing right now, but the weather is finally starting to break, and I can finally start getting some truck content done again. So that's it, man. Super quick and easy update. We have ourselves a driveway so we can actually drive on now. It's currently 15 feet wide, 110 feet long, basically to the wall that I'm standing on right now. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for following along. Like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe, join the family, join the house project and all the truck stuff. And I'll see you guys next update. Peace.